Okay, so I'm sharing a screen, my screen now, and let's see. Okay, so good morning all, and let me brief myself first, and then we'll continue about the session. We don't have that much of time, to take all the detail. So I'll just little bit, brief myself. So as you know, myself is Rahim, and I'm working with, one of big organization as an MNC. I have 14 plus years of experience in SAP area, SAP FI, SAP CO, and fund management. So these are my, you can say, core module and primary skill that I'm working. So today, it's my main motive and agenda is to to give you this training to just awareness about the people. Okay, then I heard many time like when we just go and take this technical screening for the candidate, it's very less people we can get from market that who are having experience in fund management. So that's why I feel that there's some issue, in this area, like either in awareness part or scope part, both. So that's why I decided to provide, this brief overview and the functionality what we have under this fund management. Okay, so that's the main agenda. And so when we say a fund management, right? So this is coming under the fund management, the part of EAPS. Okay, and everything like if you heard about multiple things to control the budget. Budget means you heard about the internal order where we can do controlling budget. Project system also you have seen that project system is also good for project based and investment measurement, and IM is also good part where you can start your budgeting. So if these are the things available in the market in the system where we can control the budget, then why we need fund management? So mostly this question coming in your mind, right? Then why we need a fund management if we can control the budget in internal order, in WBS, investment measurement. In S4 HANA, you can also see some cost center also. You can plan your budget and that's the planning way. So now the fund management is strong one. Strong one why? Okay. Why we say this is a strong? So using the fund management, you can control entire system budgeting. When we say entire system budgeting, that means whatever is coming to post in your organization, then you can control. You can control OPEX, CAPEX, sales, production, everything you can control with this component. So that's why I'm saying this is a strong one. Let's talk about the agenda. So these are the agenda. Basically, today we'll cover up to master data and not complete master data, just half, because master data, when we talk about the master data part, it has lots of scope. Okay, and as a part of introduction, as I said, this fundamental we call two system. One is BCS, BCS budgetary control system, and other part is grant management. So grant management is basically used for government sector. Okay, and BCS is overall for BCS can be also used in the government sector and other part like all. So that we call a budgetary control system, and here we can do your budget planning, controlling of that budgeting. You can upload enter budget, upload the budget, and when we say uploading the budget, it has multiple nature. Either you can do original budget upload and then supplementary, return, receive, and these are, and carry forward. These are the process of budgeting where you can get this. And then we call a availability control. What is the availability control we say? So it means that we want to control the budget at what level. So this is also flexible one. Whether you want to start your availability control from PR, PO, or only from PR, the base will be your PR or from PO. So this is the optional one basically. That we can control it by using the value type. Okay, and all the F5 posting is activated by default whenever you post anything in this transaction. That budget can be controlled. Integration, it has a capability to integrate with your HR, FICO, and your sales and distribution, your plant and maintenance, and even your external system also. Okay, so you can say centrally you can integrate it. All the module which are available in SAP, mostly you can integrate this. And after that, when we come to part of reporting, so in the reporting point of view, you can use standard report that are available in SAP. If you are in S4HANA, we have a several theory report also, which are available in S4HANA. And apart from this, you have also report painter option. Okay. So if you are aware about the report painter, that you can create a report based on your this requirement and how and what data you want to see in your reporting. So that reporting is also flexible one. Let's talk about the next session that which we call basically my SAP ERP. So this is a history. You can see here. Then SAP started from 3.1, and along with the fund management itself. Then several version 4.0, 4.5, 4.6, and after that the strong enterprise structure where they prepare is 4.7. That was a strong one, and then ECC 6 we got. When SAP released ECC 6, and this was the basic version. Okay, and after that they started to provide some additional functionality on ECC by using the pack like enhancement pack 1 to enhancement pack 8. So total enhancement pack as in ECC SAP released 8. Okay, and after that from 7 onward SAP released as for HANA component, and now mostly the client are trying to move their existing landscape from ECC to S4HANA, or they have already done this part. So that's all no, from this. Now, when we talk about the fund management, so this is available in ECC as an legacy. You can see they started as a legacy system, ECC, and all the concepts they brought into here as for HANA also. Okay, so that's all. Let's take the next. Okay. Now we talk about this, component. When we say SAP Fund Management, we call FM, and someone also called to FM-BCS. Then to specify the which part of FM we are talking about, so that we call SAP FM-BCS, budgetary control system. And then the technical description when we say, so EAPS, this is called enterprise extension, where you need to activate if you want to use fund management. So this is called EAPS. Okay, so EAPS you have to activate first if you want to use fund management, and this is a part of public sector management. You can see this. Okay, and public sector management, as we say, this is also called as a PSM. So whenever you search something in SAP Service Marketplace by using, and you want to use that particular component, you can use PSM dash and FM. Okay, and after that you can use like a BCS or some other part of component you can use, or from starting you can just put a PSM and then put a star. So all the components which belong under this public sector management, you can see this. Okay, this is also used in OSS hierarchy, you can say here. And when we talk about OSS hierarchy means what? That's what I was talking about. Like I know by entering this component, you can see these are the part. You can see. And now this screen, like here you say the commercial accounting, right? Then fund management. So this is the basically overview. In account, this accounting in public sector consists fund management, internal controlling, and commercial accounting. Okay, where you can see all this part, commercial accounting. And apart from this, like under this commercial accounting, you can consider some of the part like a budget. Okay, so you want to see the budgeting. Where you want to see a budget? Your expense and revenue, right? You want to control budget at your balance sheet level account. And the fund management, you can say all like your expenditure and revenue you are going to control along with your balance sheet part. Okay, so this is basically what we can control. And now see this budget plan, how they estimate basically.
Rahim,
Suppose
sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think we are able to see the slide you're showing. We are only able to see the fourth slide right now, the ERP enterprise part.
oh, isn't it? Just the hold down then. Let me just a minute. So if something has happened, if you are not able to hear or see the screen, please let me know on time. Okay. So like we'll save our time also, and
Yes.
I'll make sure that you'll not miss anything.
Yeah. Thanks. I think there is an option. Yeah. Now we are able to see the screen. Yeah.
Okay. Now you are able to see.
Yes.
In I think in presentation mode, when we go to presentation mode, that time you are not able to see, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we'll not use presentation mode. I'm also not aware about this Joho. This is the first time,
Rahim,
and let me go again if I can help
Rahim,
the presentation mode.
hello, hello.
Yeah, I think someone is trying to say something.
Yeah, Rahim, this is Yusuf. My voice is clear.
It's very slow.
Okay, Rahim. Hello, Rahim.
Speak
Hello,
louder. So
hello.
it's slow to me or everyone.
No, I
It's a
can
bit,
hear him loud and
but
clear.
I can hear him. Yeah.
Okay, let me increase my volume. Okay, yeah, please tell me.
Rahim, basically, do we we have a chapter in our controlling like budgetary and budgetary control. So is that is link up with this?
Yes, that is also link. We'll cover in this master data slide. Okay,
Okay, Rahim.
we'll cover everything. So that's what today's session we are just taking no slow, and then from tomorrow onward, because tomorrow we'll start from system configuration. So that will also we have to speed up this session up. Okay, so let's see this. So here you can see this plan. Okay, what is the plan? Like this is estimate only, estimate in 2010 and 2009. And what was the actual in 2008? You can say like this. Okay. So you can estimate first what is your estimated budget, and then you can control exactly what you can control. And if you want to see if like your what was your plan budget, estimated budget, and your actual commitment which you have consumed, and third will be your available budget, whatever you have available. So this kind of basically the plan you can do, and each and every organization do such kind of planning. Okay, how they plan. When we say the budget plan, generally in organization, so they plan according to their budget, what budget they have for some specific area. If I'll take one example, so for the year of 2023, they want to spend some of 10 crore for IT infrastructure. Okay, so this is their plan. When we say IT infrastructure, they have planned overall at IT level, like whatever the expense or procurement they will do under the category of their IT area. So maximum they can spend up to 10 crore. And now under the IT, they have several areas also, like a department. One was the department was IT basically, and then under this IT, they also have the budget, some head office IT expenses which they want to use under the head office, under the plant, and different plant, right? Different plant. They have, you can say they have several plant. I think you can consider up to 10 plant they have, and head office also. So they want to give the budget to specific budget to their head office and plant also, right? Some other plant they want to spend more, and some plant they want to spend less. So according to that, they can plan. So total plan, and then plant wise or area wise plan they can do. Okay, so this is a basic one, how they can plan it. Okay, and some of the under, if we say in the head office only, under the head office they have several other area also they want to distribute that they can also do. Okay. So let's see, they have already done their plan and they want to use now. Okay, so when we say as in a use, so what is the use of this? Okay, so as you said, several function we can use, and already I told earlier slide also that the budget you can do a multiple nature. The use means you can control the overall budget in the all of the area level. Some of the functionality which we have to control the budget, whatever the budget you are entering for in the system, you want to validate, you want to post approval also, right? Because management can't enter directly the budget. They don't have such this much of time to enter the budget and use. So they give this responsibility to some budgeting department or some area where they can prepare their budgeting plan and post into system. And after that, the management or the hierarchy which they require to approve, they can approve it. And they can approve how? They can approve by the system, or they can approve it by using workflow also. Okay. And what kind of flexibility we have, like original budget they want to approval, or supplementary also they want to approve, or transfer also they want to approve. So this is depend upon the business requirement, what kind of budget they want to approve it. Okay, when we talk about the other feature, like what other feature we have, so this we already covered, like right. So we can control everything, like all the central component which are used by organization can be controlled. Yeah.
Rahim bhai,
Yeah.
for example, I am doing a budget for a cost center. So
Hmm.
will I doing from the control from FI side or from here?
When we say cost center, I'll just brief you the difference what is the between fund management and a cost center. Cost, when we say cost center, so cost center is a part of your controlling, right? And when we say the fund management is a part of your PSM, public sector management, and fund management. So both are the different. And when we say you want to control the budget overall in FM, that means you are controlling your overall budget under the fund management by using the account assignment. Okay. So account assignment means you are, for your business, you are doing planning at cost center level. Okay, cost center level, they are doing a planning for budgeting, and for the same they want to control in fund management. So you have to build some relationship and assignment between your fund center and cost center. Then how it's integrated your fund center with your cost center. Okay, or you can say we have some other component also like a commitment fund center. These are the main account assignment object in FM. So where you can just do your linking. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, Ryan. Yes.
Okay. So see this component basically you can see here account assignment whichever is coming, and then based on the account assignment system can easily create their supplement. Like here you can see the account assignment they are assigning from supplement of budget. So they can create here it will be control as entry and that it will post it to database. Okay. Now in the similar way, if this is approval is also required, so then the similar process you can do. You will enter some the budget as either supplementary budget or the main budget. Here you can enter. Then it will create in the database server and approval would be required. Once someone will approve it, okay, when someone will approval, post approval, you can utilize it. Okay. Now, if you go directly with a flow chart, so see this flow chart first. I'll explain now in the flow chart one. Someone entered with a budget, and then it's reposted as a supplementary. Okay, in the posted in the system. The system will go and check the status management. What is the status management here? Status management where we want to control some status of activity. What kind of status they have assigned it, whether they want to allow the supplementary budget with this combination or not, right? And whether this will go on approval or not. So such kind of things they can consider here. And the system will check its consistency. Okay, if as per your system configuration and status management is aligned, then now approval is required. Once you approve, then the budget will be available for use. Okay. And now coming to the main part of the master data, that was the overall, right? And what is the master data we call here? So this under this master data, we will cover the complete what are the master data available in fund management and organization structure also, right? So this will we are going to just cover here. So just so you can see here this is the complete master of master data, and then under the master data we can consider there is some part of organization structure that we require. So here in this snapshot diagram you can see first of your FM area, and under FM area you can see there's either your expenditure or your revenue part. Then again controlling area and company code. So these are the main organization structure and assignment we require. So depend upon your level, which accounting data is required as a create organization structure, you can create it. Like you want to create only one FM area and you have several company code more than 10 or whatever, right? But you want to use only one FM area to all your company code, or you want to use your organization structure as in separate one because you have multiple controlling area and you want to make your FM area with relationship to your controlling area also. Okay, or you want to create and make a level of hierarchy as in company code level also. So that thing can be do. So when we talk about FM area as a hierarchy wise, so one FM area can be assigned to multiple company code. Okay, so you can see FM area is a high level of hierarchy, and it's depend upon your need, your business requirement. You can do it. Okay, and if you see this, so all controlling area, FM area, and company code is linked here. Company code, everything is linked. So like if someone will post the document from controlling side, like in cost element accounting, then it will be directly integrated with your company code, because whenever you post this financial document, then it will check this budget. Okay, and here you can see this a complete hierarchy. So well that client is your highest level of enterprise structure. And post that, if I'll take the complete overview, so you can say first is client, then you consider as a profitability, for profitability purpose, and like a profitability segment. And then third, you can consider your controlling area. Post that you call a chart of account, your company code, right? So these are the upper level of hierarchy. And post, under the company code, you can say your plant in the purchasing organization side, or in the purchasing side, and your sales organization under your sales side. If you talk about the HR side, so this is a personal area, we call a personal area. This is basically from human resource HR side. Okay, so this kind of hierarchy you can create, and this will always require. So if I talk about the hierarchy level, you no need to worry about in fund management. Whatever the hierarchy they decided in the financial accounting, the similar hierarchy you can use. Okay. Suppose they created one company code and a number of plant, and they want to control the budget. They want to control the budget of your at plant level. Then what you need to think here? You need to think that how we can control the budget at plant level, and how we can give the relationship with your fund management. So everything is a source. Source means here you require to think only two things, two part. One, what is your source? Okay, like you are creating your purchase order. So what are the source that can be bring here? That can be bring into FM, right? So first part you have to think account assignment in FM, and then your source in purchasing a purchase order, and then you can just bring the both in the same format, and then you can pick an assignment also. Okay. So derivation is required, that we'll cover in the next part. What is the derivation in the next session might be. You can easily understand how we can make a relationship. But for that, here you need to just think about some part only. Okay. Now see, this is the account assignment element. What about the account assignment element we have in fund management? Okay. So refer this first, and then you can ask me a question also if required, because here I'll take a question. See this of fund management, fund center, and then commitment, funded program, functional area, and all are created as in hierarchy one. Like a fund center hierarchy can be used, commitment hierarchy can be used, grant management hierarchy can be used, fund and budget period can be also used here, funded program in functional area. Okay, so these are the things that you can use here. But now for today's session, we'll talk about our fund center and commitment part basically. Because when we move to grant management, that's a different part of grant management, functionality, and funded program. So here we'll take a simple, as a BCS. in a fund management will take a BCS only. Okay. So what we have, these things like a fund center and commitment, we call these are the master data and account assignment also in fund management. Okay. You can create your fund based on the requirement. In the next session, when we create a FM derivation, and that time I'll make it relationship how you can think the part and make the relationship, because everything is depend upon the your thinking, your relationship, how you want to relate one thing to others. Okay, and that we'll discuss later in the next session. So fund is your part of master data and account assignment. Fund center and commitment is also the same part. Yes. You can use funded program if required. Fund type you can use if required. So these are the additional account assignment under the master data you can capture. But the basically you can control the budget at what level. These are the three level which you have already assigned under your account assignment element for fund management. So only those level you can control the budget. Okay, the rest is a part of the master data, and you can create a hierarchy. Okay, so that derivation will discuss later. Now see this part, like how it's a relationship, like a first higher level we say the fund, and then we call a budget period. Okay, so you have defined the budget period and fund something. So the budget period, when we say the budget period, you can define the budget period, which period you want to do a budget control, right? Either with the period 1 you don't want to carry forward to period 2 or some other period, so you want to control your budget at specific of fiscal year and period. So that time you need to activate your budget period. If not, that I think fund center is commitment is enough to control the budget at at the basic level and higher level, if you can say. And I think that is enough one to do implementation for that. And but whatever the account assignment you activate, that activation required at a client level basically. Okay, this whenever you activate this will be required at the client level only. You can't say that I want to activate fund budget period and fund commitment fund center at one company code level, and for other company you want to use fund center fund and commitment only. This can't be happen. Whatever account assignment you will activate, there will be activated for all the company code which are available that particular client level. In the more details, if you want to go, so you can note down this, this is the OSS node basically, and using this OSS node, you can find some more details, prerequisite, and usage what we can do here and what we have in the system. So, okay, now let's talk about here. Then the account assignment and activation. I think the screen is very short screen, so very difficult to understand. But I'll try my best to to see. Okay.
You can just zoom.
Okay. Just let me see if I'll just switch this. Okay.
Yes, visible.
It's visible now. Okay. So I we were discussing about all the concept, and now from here account assignment we will enter as in the configuration step. So this is a part of your configuration step, and whenever you define your enterprise structure, that is also a part of configuration, right? So the tomorrow the next session will start from configuration, basic organization structure which we have already covered. and then we'll move. So let's talk about this, the activation of public sector. So activation which you require, the first you have to activate as an enterprise extension, as we discussed EAPS, that first you have to activate. Once your enterprise extension is activated, post that you can, uh, do your further configuration in fund management. Further configuration that you need to require your fund, okay, and after that your fund center, your commitment, which you call also a master data part, and as a structure part you require to FM area. So first you have to create FM area, and then you require to assign with your company code. It's depend upon the how you are looking with your organization structure, whether you want to use multiple or one-to-one, and then strategy also you require to create. Okay, so this will be completed at a organization structure hierarchy level. The rest configuration which we'll discuss in the next session. So now suppose you have already assigned your company code, created your FM area. So then the next and the main important part is the activation of account assignment element. So see, first this is at FM area level. So this FM area you have given fund, and that is mandatory assignment, right? Here you can see fund you have said as a mandatory, and this period you have said the mandatory in the area of this, and not used in the area of 9100, right? See the fund center you have said all like a mandatory, commitment is also mandatory. Here functional area is optional and mandatory for 9100. Grant and funded program is not in used. Okay, so these like when you do configuration you have to think about the activation. Activation means what are the required component which are applicable or that can be fulfilled with your business requirement. Okay, so if you say here the fund is mandatory part, budget period is mandatory, fund center is mandatory, and commitment is mandatory. You have gave 4 part as mandatory. That means whenever you post the transaction, all the 4 parameters is required to assign for a document. If not, then system will not allow you to post a transaction. Okay, and at the budgeting level, like whenever initially you plan and enter your budget, you have to also give the budget at all the 4 combination. If you will not enter the budget at the 4 combination level, then system will not allow you to post the transaction. Okay, so this is the basic combination we require here. When we talk about the next part here, as a fund, a mandatory period is not in used. Fund center is commitment is mandatory. That means you want to go with the 3 combination. One is your fund center is commitment. Okay, so these basically are 3 combination which you want to go, and then you have whenever you enter the budget, you will require to enter the budget at commitment with the combination of commitment, fund center, and fund level. And now how you can think like how you create a fund, how you create a fund center, how you create a commitment. So let's see those part also. So whenever we say the fund, right, that means you need to think about at what level you want to control. And suppose you have only 3 parameter: fund center, commitment, which you want to create a budget. First level of budget you want to put at fund level. The second level of budget you want to put fund center level, and then you want to control the budget at commitment level only, right? But hierarchy is fund center is commitment. Now let's take an example of you have you want to control the budget on your expense only expense. Okay, like only capex, oh sorry, only opex you want to control. Capex here you are not going to control with budgeting part. You want to control only the part of which are directly, operating expenses only, not capital expenditure. Then you can think you can create a fund at opex level. Okay, and then under the operating expenses, you said again you want to further bifurcate from logistics side, like inventory or services or others part. So let's take you have created two fund. One you have created for inventory purpose. Whatever the you do procurement, there will be a fund for X, and for service related procurement you want to control under this fund of Y. Suppose, okay. So that you have said this you can do. Now again, coming to part of the relationship between fund center and commitment. So here you want to define the fund center also. So fund center can be defined as a cost center wise label, or you can say a profit center label or a business area label. Okay, like why we require to think like why, because something source you need to take assignment of fund center. Okay, so when we say fund center, you want to drive fund center on the what basis? On the basis of business area, on the basis of profit center, or on the basis of your cost center. So basis on that you can define that, right? Because whenever you post any transaction, that profit center, if you activated profit center and business area is activated, that means definitely you will get a profit center and business area in your transaction when you post. And some other expenses like a cost center label, all the expenses which you have created as a cost element, and those one when you post this transaction, then you will need and you will get your cost center also, right? So you have to think likewise. So fund center, you can define either group of profit center or group of cost center, or some any other parameter you can think that no, you want to control the budget by this way. Okay, like a purchasing group level you want to control. Okay, so then you can also create a purchase group by fund center, and you can map. So but for that you need to some enhancement would be required to get a purchase group and some make a relationship between purchase group and fund center, that we talk about the later session. Okay, and here the next is commitment. Then how you can do a commitment? So commitment also you can say you can create a commitment by making a relationship of GL account is equal to commitment, or group of GL is equal to your commitment. Okay, let's take an example of electricity expense. So you have 10 GL account in electricity expense, and under this you are putting the budget of only electricity expense only. You don't want to bifurcate up to all that no 10 GL account level of budget, because your organization is preparing the budget at electricity level only, not lower than that. So then you can create one commitment as a electricity expense and map it to all 10 GL account. Okay, so that means all the GL of group of GL account is linked with your commitment. So by this way you can control the budget. So basic idea of this activation is here, that you have to think like how your management is preparing the budget, and basis on that you can activate those assignment. Now other part, when we talk about the commitment, okay, so all about the derivation basically. So here we discussed about the either group or one to one you can do, and group to inventory, like inventory by GL account you want to track the commitment, you can do it. And the third level you can say for asset accounting. Okay, you suppose you have also activated the budgeted capex and opex both. Then under the capex, if you are in ACC, there is a different part in AG. When you come to S4HANA for fund management, and that time you require to create some additional effort to bring those FM account assignment into the picture. So that purpose, here you can say you want to control the budget at for only capital expenses only. You want to control the budget at asset level only, each and every asset level. Then you can create the commitment either asset level, or you need to just make some other relationship. Okay, so suppose you have created the budget at capex level, okay, and each and every asset level. So whenever you create any asset number, simply you require to create the commitment, and this commitment can be also created automatically. Okay, this is also available. Let's will activate in the system if allow, and then we'll do. So if you want to create automatically, you can also create automatically. Whenever you create asset account asset number, then system automatically will create a commitment item and map it to FM derivation rule also. What you need to do, you need to do only budget part. Like you have to upload the budget only. That each and every time you have to do it. But master data part, you can schedule in background and it will create. For derivation purpose, you can put from and to series, then all the commitment like a basis on the asset number is given in your asset class, you can control. Okay, so these are the things that you can control directly, by making a relationship. Now when we talk about others, okay, like you want to think some other part of the use of fund. What could be other use of fund? Take the example of FM area 9100. Here they have not used budgeting period. Okay, they have not created the budgeted period. Then they have only three fund center and commitment. Only three account assignment they have. Now your organization is preparing the budget quarterly or half yearly, and they are saying as of now we are planning, we are doing half yearly planning, and in the future we are also planning to convert quarterly. Okay, at this level we are preparing the budget. Then what you can do here, you can say okay, we'll give you a fund, and that you can create a fund either yearly H1 only Y1 level, or because this is a flexible one, or you want to control the whenever you prepare the half yearly, then create a H1 and H2. If you will create a budget at quarterly level, then give this Q1 to Q4, they can do. Right, now suppose the other area also, I'm talking about here account assignment as a flexibility. What is the huge and what are the flexible component we have here? So as a fund, as I said, you have flexibility, either you can create a fund as in yearly, half yearly, quarterly, you can create. And what is the main important, you need to just create a derivation how you want to drive. So basis on the posting date you can drive easily. Okay, no need to put manually, and for the budgeting part you have to prepare manually only, right? So once you upload the budget, then you can do. Now other use case also, you can take other use cases in the FM for capex. Okay, this will be something tricky example, but yeah, I'm talking about the possibility and flexibility what you have. So you can talk about this, like inventory, where you are saying at inventory level we are preparing the budget for inventory quarterly, and for other expense like a service, we are creating the budget, we are preparing the budget at yearly level. And then how you can use this fund? Still, you have option to use. And how? Your derivation of fund will be remain the same. Okay, but again, what you need to identification you require first, like whether they are creating the PO and that PO is belong to their inventory label or expense label, like a service label. So for that label, you have to think and you have to create a derivation strategy accordingly. So if they are doing a procurement of inventory, then you can drive quarterly and quarterly wise, like a Q1, Q4 fund. And for if they are doing a service PO, then just drive Y1 yearly fund. Okay, so this is the use of basically you can use this much of flexibility in fund. And the fund center, as I said, this is already the multiple combination is available. Okay, and in the more details in the next section, we'll talk about the all in details about the fund center commitment and organization structure, and then we'll also do the whole configuration in the system. Okay, so I think that's all from the today's session. Let's take some other part. Okay, if you have any question, please ask.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Rahim.
Yeah.
Thanks for explaining the basic elements. Rahim, as we understand that there are multiple budgetary system SAP has given in different module, right?
Right.
So, for example, PS module is there, internal order is there. Then we have cost center budgeting, cost center based budgeting, and in S4HANA, the cost center budgeting solution has become even better. So, if as a consultant, if someone has to evaluate, right, that whether FM to be used vis-a-vis the other module or combination of the other modules, then on what parameter one should evaluate?
Okay. So I can say a simple answer is this basis on the business requirement. Now I'll tell you how.
Hmm.
Suppose organization is looking for budget control, okay, and they are looking for only some specific area, like only expenditure they want to control, and some of the expenditure control. You can simply you can say, okay, we can control by internal order. Now another
Hmm.
way, they want to control their budget for capex level. Okay, they basically need to control the budget on capex, and all
Correct.
the capex procurement they want to control the budget, but they have hierarchy also. Hierarchy means first they will create a one budget at plant level, like they have one plant and when they want to go plant extension or like a set up a new plant, such kind of business scenario. And after that, for that particular plant, they need to create some line, and each and every line and they have some machinery, right? So then what is the best option here? You can simply refer to go
Hmm.
with PS. Why? Because they have such kind of hierarchy. They have plant, and under the plant they have line, under this line they have machinery, and after that
Hmm.
they under this machinery they are going to control the budget, but overall they want to control the budget at whole at plant level. Okay, so this is the hierarchy one basically. Okay, and only capex
Mhm.
is required here, like they want to control the budget on capex level, correct?
Hmm.
Then you can simply go with the PS.
Okay.
Okay, and now the third, very simple, like as you say, as for HANA, the cost center budgeting is also available if they want to control the budget at cost center level only, and
Hmm.
expense item that you can activate for that. But now if they need multiple in the whole organization level of budget control, okay,
Hmm.
then how they want to control capex, they want to control opex, or the inventory procurement, they want to control all the things, they want to control HR salary also. Okay, like a salary means a off cycle payment, because which are the salary is a fixed part, Basically, we recommended to business that no, whatever paying as a fixed part, don't control this. Off cycle you can control, okay? But as a business need, if they want, you can do. You want to also control your plant and maintenance cost, everything. Like you want to control this, then simply you can go with your fund management. Okay. You have to think about what kind of businesses need, right? And the other part is also now businesses need the budget, but they don't want to invest much budget because when you use PS, it is required licensing cost. It would require the implementation cost and also require regular support. So that this cost is also they have to consider. The budget is also part. If they have such kind of budget and the requirement, then go with that. If they don't have the budget and very limited requirement, just give them a PS. PS is have less cost, right? Yeah. So let's take the other call. Is it okay? It's clear?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Now other technical piece. Yeah. Suresh, you raise a hand, please. Anyone have any question? I think Suresh raised a hand, but
Yeah,
it's not
Rahim.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, by mistake I raised it. So initially you want I to confirm. Yeah, yeah.
Right, right. Good, good. So anyone have any question? As of
Yes.
now, you
So,
can.
Rahim, again, Kalpesh here. One more
Yeah,
question. Maybe all will benefit from this answer.
sure, sure.
Rahim, if I'm not wrong, based on some basic reading, I understand that if someone wants to use the fund or grant as a master
Mm,
data, so
mm,
that means if someone is literally implementing the FM for public sector,
mm.
then there is a separate licensing required.
Yes, right.
But if you are not using that, simply you are using the fund center and commitment item part, you don't require the additional license in S4HANA. Is that understanding right?
Uh, I think it's something missing here. Definitely, I'll try my best to check it. But yeah, whenever you activate this, either grant or BCS, you will require a licensing.
Oh, even BCS
This is my
also,
basic.
BCS component also.
Why? Why? Because for that purpose, you have to activate EAPS.
Okay, okay.
But
So
definitely,
that's a EAPX is a business function.
yeah, EAPS is a business function.
Okay, okay, got
Okay,
it. Got it.
but I'll check. Definitely, I'll check and I'll take a more clarity whether, as you said, the only grant management is required licensing or BCS is also required licensing. So that I'll check and I'll update you in the next session.
Yes, if you can check, that will benefit all because as a consultant, when we go now, so we have to be careful, suggesting something to client, right?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So let's check and joint of heart.
Yeah,
I'll try my best
yeah,
to
yeah.
to get
I'll
some
also,
clarity.
I'll also check and come back.
Yes, 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 please, please. And anyone, if I have idea about the clear of the pricing, then please, respond here so that all can get a maximum benefit. Okay, so I think no, we'll check in the next session and then complete it, right? For the next session, I'm planning to little bit, that more time on the next session because next session will get a system also, then we'll continue. Okay. And one more thing which I want to share here, if everyone is okay, like I want to take two sessions in both weekend, like a Saturday, one session Saturday and one session Sunday, so that within a 1 month will 5 to 6 session will close this, all this plan and will
Yes.
complete the fund management. Okay. Is it okay or just you can if anyone have any issue, you can ping me on that group on Saturday also, and then if all are okay, then we'll continue on Saturday also. Okay, to close soon. So thanks all. Now we are closing this.